kind of tough place for the team?
Yeah, a little bit, Danny. We probably haven't started the year as we'd liked, but there's been a lot of positives as well. Like, yeah, it's hard to sort of feel like you're contradicting yourself, because we're losing. We're not in the position that we want to, but there's also a lot of things that we can be proud of, like in our footy as well. For probably the last 3 games, we've been the better side for 60 minutes of it, and it's just our last 20 minutes which are costing us at the moment. And yeah, it's not really anything but just some decisions. And I feel like maybe our lack of discipline and ball handling is costing us at the end of games, because we're doing a lot of work early, and then as fatigue and all that sort of stuff sets in late, sort of, I don't know if that's why, but personally that's my opinion, maybe that's costing us a little bit. So we need to do a better job at the start of games to not give away as many penalties, 6 agains, and hold on to the ball coming out of our own end, because we're just doing too much tackling at the moment.
There's a pile on at the moment on Chad Townsend. As a teammate, how do you feel?
Yeah, I think that it's unfair. There's like 13 guys out on the field and 17 players that play every week, and like a half can only do so much when, like I spoke about, the side's dropping the ball coming out of yardage or giving away penalties. Like, it's just, yeah, we're making everyone's job a lot harder, and especially when you're the halfback of a team that's doing a lot of tackling. I'm sure it's a hard job.
You guys always said as well, like, there's always a mention that you played the premierships, but if you lose 1,000 odd games of NRL experience in the off season, it is going to be hard to close out games. Do you feel like maybe you're struggling with it more than you thought?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it too much, like, going into the year. But I would say that not having some of those guys there with all of that experience. I mean, you look at our last 3 weeks and we haven't sort of nailed the game when the opportunity's been there. So, but we are speaking about it, and we're aware of it, and it's something that we're trying to fix. But I think it just comes down to probably the start of the game, like I just said to Danny. I think that last 20 minutes, if you're fatigued and you've done all the work at the start of the game, it makes it hard to sort of ice those moments. So we know about it. We're working hard. We're training well as well, and there's a lot of positive signs to take out of it. If you look at the trial game and then round 1, you probably thought it was going to be bad sort of start to the year. But I think even though we've lost the last 3 games, our defence has been so much better than that first game, and we're building on that. And like I said, it's hard because you're proud of that, but you're not winning games at the same time. So it's just this weird contradiction.
Just back on Chad, he was brought to the club to be almost a mentor to Sammy and Sandy. So he's sort of playing a role that maybe he didn't think he was going to have to play.
Yeah, I don't really know what he was brought here to do, but you sort of lose Sammy back end of last year, and it's just the way things have gone. But like I said, it's hard for a half to really do anything when we're not providing a platform for them to play off, and especially just those errors coming out of our own end, it's making it a lot harder for everyone. So, but as far as a mentor and the person he's been around the club, he's been awesome for everyone. So I'm really enjoying having him here. He's such a good person. Obviously, he comes with a wealth of experience and has achieved a lot in the game. So, that sort of head in the locker room is just good to have around.
Does an old person like you, an old dog like you, learn from him or not? Well, you're one of the old blokes.
Thanks, mate. Definitely. There's definitely things you can take out of. I remember Hayden Knowles interviewed him, as he always loves to do. Interviewed him at the start of the year, and got a lot of gems out of what he had to say. So it was good, and I certainly know, speaking to some of the younger guys about some of the things that he said, that they took a lot out of it as well. Because when a guy's sort of been there and he's still playing at, what's he, 34?
Yeah, around there.
34. You have to be an ultimate professional to be playing at that age. So, we're definitely enjoying having him here.
The return of Billy. Such a feel-good story for the team.
Yeah, he's worked so hard. I really feel for Bill. He's been through the absolute ringer, in sort of injury, and then comes back, and just weird injuries too. Not sort of the ones that you see all the time. So ones that are probably harder to come back from, because not so many people have done it, been there and gone through that. But I think he's just got so much determination and grit, and it's been such a long time for him. But yeah, we were so happy when, disappointed like for Mark, sort of having the tight calf and being out for the game. But when Billy got his opportunity, like everyone was just so stoked for him because, yeah, I don't know if there's been a player that's been through as much as he had and just remain positive every day, come in here, train with so much heart and effort. And, I think when you do that, like eventually you get your rewards, like eventually you'll get your good luck. So
He's changed his whole life, hasn't he, to get back to where he wants to be?
yeah, for sure. Like he's so locked in on everything. I didn't know what he was like early days because I was up at Newcastle, but I remember the boys always talk about how he used to get like eggs Benedict every day and that, and then like he obviously had his run of injuries, and just see like through his diet and just his whole lifestyle how he's changed everything. And ultimate professional, and just goes over and above, does it like. You'd probably be stretching in the gym now or doing some sort of rehab exercise. But it's funny, like injuries, they do that to you. They actually, they can provide opportunities for you to get better, but you just need to get some good luck with not getting them. So hopefully it all goes Bill's way from here.
I know. It's right. So you go. Yeah.
This next 2 weeks, Brisbane and Penrith. There's a chance it could be pretty, I suppose, influential on how far you guys can go this week, and especially you've just lost Lindsay for 6 weeks. The next spell. That's tough with this period coming up.
Yeah, it's disappointing to lose Lindsay. He's such a vital part of the team and adds so much leadership. I feel like at the moment it's sort of being like one bloke in, one bloke out every week, but a lot of teams are going through that as well. And you're right, like this 2 weeks is definitely really big for us. It's it's only early in the season, but it's sort of like these are 2 really big games that we need to nail. So coming up against 2 great sides as well. Brisbane had a good win on the weekend. They obviously had a good win against us in round 1. So there's a lot of things for us to make amends for there. And I feel like we're a different team to the one that turned up in round 1. Definitely working a lot harder at our tackling's a lot better than it was in that first game. So, there's a lot of positives for us to take into this game. We've just got to work on executing those last 20 minutes. But, every week in the NRL is a challenge, and it doesn't get bigger than these sort of 2. So it's exciting. Yeah, to be honest, it's exciting for us. I'm looking forward to going up to Brisbane and having a good game.
Connor, I know how much you enjoyed Origin last year. We're getting closer.
Yep.
Are you dreaming of another opportunity there?
Yeah, for sure, Danny. Like it's always been a goal ever since I was a little kid. Was lucky enough to get the call up last year, and it's something that I'd love to do again. So, I just need to worry about doing my job for the Roosters. But like that's the biggest thing. As much of a cliche as it is, like it'll all take care of itself. And if I just play well for the Roosters, then hopefully I'll get picked. But
Latrell's pass was pretty special. Was it forward?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a referee, Danny, so it's not for me to call. But I don't think he could have probably threw a better pass. Like literally throws it a centimetre further, it goes out. A centimetre shorter, Dommy gets it. So that's Latrell. But he just he comes up with big plays when sort of his team needs it. He's always done it. I remember playing like under 18s and 20s with him, and we'd be losing the game and there'd be a minute to go, and you just give the ball to Latrell and he'd just do something freakish, run the length or palm off 5 blokes and win the game for him. But yeah, disappointing to be on the end of it, but it's good to see him back out there.
Is Mark back this week, that calf injury?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't actually know. So hopefully he's been great for us, Mark. I think you can just see how naturally talented he is, how much sort of instinct he's got. It's a different game to rugby, but like good players can sort of make that transition and just like look like they have time, and it's a bit effortless for him. I'm a bit jealous of him. So yeah.
Connor, you got to the 150. We didn't really get a chance
to
celebrate the way you wanted to, but the fact that you've got there, and how, like we talked about Billy's perseverance, you've been through the ringer as well in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it was cool to get there, Denny. It sort of crept up on me a bit. I didn't when Alex said it to me the other day that it was my 150th, I was a little bit surprised. I thought it was later in the year. So yeah, good to get there. It's always milestones are cool because you can always, I guess, gives you a bit of time to like look back and think about sort of where you've come from or what you've been able to do so far. But yeah, there's still a lot more games that I want to play, but I'm so grateful for everyone who's helped out on the journey to get me here. And, you know, like there's a lot of people that are the reason I'm here today. So, yeah, sort of thankful for all those people.
Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank you,
good,
mate.
guys.
Appreciate
No
it.
worries.
Thanks, man.